Hi everyone, welcome to Live at 5 and it's Monday and the sun is shining here in the sunny southeast. I'd just like to chat to landlords this evening and just give a few tips for you when you're renting your property. One, when you're looking for a tenant, it's really important to get good references. I often equate looking for a tenant to looking for a new employee. So getting the references is really important because your property is obviously a really valuable asset and you want to make sure that you've got the best tenant who's going to take care of your property and look after it and pay the rent. So in terms of reference checking, it's really important if you're getting a reference from a private landlord and actually from anybody that you ask the tenant for proof of address. So, or the prospective tenant. So in other words, they need to provide a utility bill to prove that they lived at that property. I think that's a really important thing to do. And check out the references. And if you get written references, make sure you follow it up with a phone call. Then don't forget to register your property with the RTB, okay? And if you're looking for some information on legislation, the RTB website, I've said this loads, but I'll say it again, is a fantastic resource, rtb.ie. There is loads of information there. And I've spoken about the various types of leases. So you're talking about a fixed lease or a Part 4 lease. And that information, you only have to Google fixed lease, RTB, or Part 4 lease. So fixed term lease for 12 months is what it says on the tin, and Part 4 means that either party can give notice up to 6 months. Now, when a tenant is in a property over 6 months, they are entitled to stay there for up to 6 years, unless the landlord is selling the property or an immediate family member is moving in. But you can't give notice during the period of the fixed term lease regardless. And other things, if you're looking after the rental yourself and you're not hiring an agent like yourselves to manage it, it's really important that you do inspections during the lease. I'm surprised at the amount of landlords who don't inspect their property, and we'd recommend an inspection at least twice annually. And even during COVID, when we weren't allowed into the properties, we did our inspections remotely via an app that we use for inspections, which was really, really good. I remember walking into a property one time and the tenant was casually sitting under the roof, the ceiling, as you do, of course, but the ceiling was about to cave in. There had been a water leak and the tenant failed to inform us. And I said, "Have you seen the ceiling?" I said, "It actually looks like it's going to collapse." And he's like, "Oh yeah, we had a bit of a leak." I said, "Why didn't you report it?" So I rang our maintenance crew immediately, and it was actually quite serious. Anyway, they were nice tenants, but like very remiss. And tenants, anyone who's watching, who's renting, if you've got a maintenance issue, make sure you advise your agent or your landlord. It's so important, especially if there is a serious issue like a leak. So RTB, fantastic resource. Get references, get proof of address. Go with your gut, make sure you inspect the property or have the property inspected during the lease. The market at the moment is starved of rental stock. It's actually shocking how few properties there are. And so unfortunately for tenants, it's a very, very difficult time. Very, very difficult time. So make sure you get your references lined up and put your best foot forward. I hope you found this helpful. Have a lovely evening, and as I always say, slán go fóill.